about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Up top, Walker. Guarded by Bradley. Shot's good by Walker. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to New York. Gobert, the screen. James kicks to Gobert. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And it's Walker penetrating. No luck. Bradley with some nice D. Left side, Jones. James wide open. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The 76ers leading by 3. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Jones. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt. And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Now, here's Walker. After LeBron James's miss. Jordan the pass to Warren. Gobert braves the double team. And that one's good. Warren's got his first points of the game.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy, because we know in the NBA it's a herd mentality if something works.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
And it's blocked by Jordan. Gordon kicks to Green. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
James dishes to Gobert. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Green, the screen. Walker against Bradley. 4 on the shot clock. Walker the pass to Green. The 76ers again can't hit it.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
And there's the call on James. The 76ers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
The Pacers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Good.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
On the wing, Green. And he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got 5 now.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
They're just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Wright is out there with Gordon. Then there's DJ Augustine. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Henson in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. 76ers shooting here, about 46% for the game. And Augustine kicks to Wright. They set the pick. Here's Gordon. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft. Selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
And he gets the bucket. And Philadelphia has possession. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And right, here we go. Left side, Gordon. And Augustine kicks to Wright. With the fadeaway. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Roden with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Ashik. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Ashik's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers. Here's Augustine. There's the feed to Henson. Passes it to Augustine. Henson with the screen. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got his first pass.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And the pass to Bayless. And it's Gordon missing. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Clippers.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Vaughn can't get it to go. And now Philadelphia on the break. Augustine with the ball. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his second personal.
Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. Walker goes in. The rebound by Roten.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
From deep, Walker. And it's Walker again missing. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling you no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Gordon hits both of them.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
And they've made an effort to get to the line here in the first half, guys, and it's starting to pay off.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And Indiana making a change here. Bennett's checked in. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year. Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
The drive by James. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them. And here's James outside. James with another miss.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Gordon.
Substitution on the court.
Outside, Walker. Over in the corner, Warren. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Right side, Green. The Pacers pull it in.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right.
Whoa!
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Now, here's Roden. It could go. No good on that last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pacers lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Take a look at what Kemba Walker's done. He has 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And, Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
just in attack mode. He was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. They've got J.J. Barea. Steve Novak is out there with Lyons. And it's Vaughn in at the 2. Gordon dishes to Green. So they take the lead. Green's got 7 points.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Here's Barea. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They kind of hang their head on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Price with the rebound.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Walker's shot is off.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Pass to Vaughn. Now here's Barea. D right on him. Just 3 to shoot. There's Price. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Warren. Off with the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Green with a screen for Walker. Dishes it to Green. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist in this one. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The drive by Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Some good numbers for Green. He's got 11 points. He's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
Indiana didn't have a great record on the road last season. Only went Clark 15-26 on the year, and it crushed them down the stretch.
It really did, Kevin. I mean, the Pacers had a bumpy year with all of the injuries, particularly with George being out for most of the year. His absence was most noted in those tough road games, I think.
It's stolen by Jones. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play.
Decide to take their first time out here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now.
Right now, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Hansen. Warren comes in for Gordon. Gordon's checked in for Jared Bayless. And it's Kemba Walker in for Augustine. And Philadelphia calls time here. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Green, the screen. Walker. Pacers with the rebound. It's hauled in by Warren. Warren's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for a man.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
Fast break, Philadelphia for the lead. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team.
And he gets it to go. LeBron's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
There's Green, plenty of space. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 16 points for Draymond Green. Bradley kicks to Jones. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
No clue. Where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The 76ers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Walker the pass to Gordon. Warren sets the pick for Gordon. The shake. And it's good on the way in. Now it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
You know, it was a pretty poor display from the field for them in the first half, but they've got the lead, and now the shots are starting to fall.
Yeah, it was a complete brick city in that first, but they've turned it around here in a big way.
On the wing, Green. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. 76ers on top, up 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. We've got Aaron Gordon. Jared Bayless is out there with DJ Augustin. Then it's Terrell Wright. And it's Henson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Augustine. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Yes, sir.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
The kick out to right. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some changes for Indiana. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Roten.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
There's the pick. Here's Augustine. That's good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Pass to Vaughn. He feeds it to Nova. Shot clock at 5. Here's Roten. Plays it up and banks it in. Roten's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Augustine dishes to Henson. Stolen by Ashik. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Indiana leading. Roten kicks to Novak. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now here's Roten, guarded by Augustine. And Ashik throws it down.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Passes to Vaughn. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Nova. Now Roten. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And the 76ers call time here.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
Thanks, Doris.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Walker. Second chance shot. Early shot attempt. Here's Jordan. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
The drive by James. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Vaughn's checked in for Indiana. Outside Brent. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Vaughn gets the bucket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Gordon against Bradley. Now the pass to Vaughn. LeBron outside. He kicks to Gobert. And a strong finish with two hands.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Right side Green. And shot on the way. And the shot falls short this time. Here's Indiana. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. 12 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Terrence Jones is checked in for Anthony Bennett. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Vaughn.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Down low. Jordan with the screen on Shumpert. Walker the pass to Jordan. Looking to get it going. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
How nice was that? Walker has tremendous form.
Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
So it's Indiana picking up the win.
Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali, Catman and Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing that spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel hit switch. Red light stop, make it drop for the and I said I'm in it. Can't got the crown, then spit out with it. Say you need I said I get it. We can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Black flag, we rich. Yeah. Listen. Bounce, it's what I does. I get money every day I does that. It's how I ride. Black flag on the left too. Ride, you better move. Yeah, get shit like shine that's on my head. I'm big like Diddy. I'm with it. Cali, we did it. Biggie in my city. Please no fit it. Hit them too. The bread and get stupid. Silly. Money that come running like water. Money so hot. Miami on fire. You better be. Might get on the porch of your fortress. Yeah, they see it, but no one reports it. I run this. Rick Rouse.
The charge. We're going to bring it to you here from Indianapolis, Indiana. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off that loss to the Jazz.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger happy. From downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Kemba Walker is out there with Gordon. Then there's Warren. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in a power forward. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure. But he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And Green gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's James. 11 feet away. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
The drive by Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's James. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
And Walker kicks to Green. Clock at 6. Jordan with this. Green on Bradley. It's stolen by Gobert. Poked loose. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Bradley with the ball. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Walker against Bradley. Walker the pass to Green. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Now here's LeBron. 6 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The 76ers struggled last year, but it was mostly due to their offensive issues, Greg. At times, they could be okay on defense.
No doubt, Kevin. They've got a good group of rim protectors, and they also knew how to force turnovers, but they have got to improve offensively.
Green with the ball. Jones covering. And the shot by Warren, no good. And slam dunk by Shumpert.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense. Yeah, you know, Philly would finish right in the middle of the pack in terms of defensive rankings. They knew how to make stops, and They've got some good defenders, too, so not surprised they were fairly solid defensively.
Pacers foul. Avery Bradley.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Good. 9 points for Draymond Green.
And the big thing that stuck out for me for the Sixers, their turnovers forced. I mean, second in the league in steals per game, fourth in the league in block.
Walker dishes to Jordan. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 6 points for Jordan.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Jones kicks to James. Green with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Jordan. The kick out to Walker. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And slam dunk by Shumpert.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Walker in the post, guarded by Bradley. Walker's shot is off.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects.
It's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
The drive by Jordan. Back to Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room. You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
The drive by Green. Now the Pacers moving it up. Shumpert's running. And LeBron throws it down.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
And here's Walker outside. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Philadelphia ahead, leading by a point. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
At the line for 2.
Steve Novak is out there with Lyles. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Omer Asher. And it's Vaughn in the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
2 points for Omer Asher.
Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint. So long.
That's a great way to describe it, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus, he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. Here's Roten, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Roten, the pass to Novak. No good with the triple.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
So it's the Pacers now, after the Sixers pick up 2. That drops.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
There's the bucket. Good. Augustine's got his first basket. Here's Roten, and stolen by Gordon. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Augustine. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
The field goal percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now.
And when you're shooting like this, you should be winning. They're scoring with tremendous efficiency.
Here's Roten. The shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here is Bayless. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this guy.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Pacers trailed by 4. Roten dishes to Asik. Novak kicks to Asik. And that one's good by Novak.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's Bayless. Up again. And it's Gordon with the finish.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And he gets the bucket. Asik's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Here's Augustine. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
A minute 42 left here in the second. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Poked away. Stolen by Henson. And now the 76ers on the break for the finish. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Shots good by Walker.
You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying to three-ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now. And surprisingly, a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but Clark rarely does.
Well, he certainly attacked it that time, Kevin. I mean, that's what they want to see more from him.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And I don't know if this field goal percentage is...
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Clark?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
The Pacers have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Seconds left. Puts it up from 17. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so we wrap up the first half. 76ers lead by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, let's hear it for your East.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
What a game for LeBron. 13 points now and 3 assists as well.
You know what? He's getting to the line. He's passing. He's really just converting in both those areas. He has been money.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really old school basketball, and you know how that is. Certain parts of the game never go out of style. They're always relevant, and he's excelled in those areas today.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. And there's Gordon. Then there's Warren. And it's Walker in the 1 spot.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Green, the screen. And it's Walker penetrating. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's Green. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Green's got 11 points. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
And it's Walker penetrating. And the shot is good. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Green, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Gobert. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Green with a screen on Bradley. And it's Walker penetrating. And here's Green outside. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists in the game. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23 and 18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
Pacers trailed by 10. Shumpert, no good.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And it's Green, missing. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Bulls. LeBron drives in, and Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Gobert, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
And it's Walker penetrating. Gordon with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Philadelphia. .112 left in the third quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. And it's Walker penetrating. Kicks it out to Gordon. Three-pointer. And the 76ers get it back. And Green gets it to go.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Here's Walker. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires the three. Again, the miss by Gordon. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Green, the screen. Walker goes in. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
For Philadelphia, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Passes it to Lyles. To the paint. Here's Hasek. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From deep, Walker. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. 76ers ahead. They're up by 6. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. So it's Philadelphia now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Vaughn is out there with Tony Roten. Then it's Omer Asher. Then it's Anthony Bennett. And it's Novak in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Augustine. Got a hand on it. Vaughn, the pass to Bennett. Here's Roten. Tries again. It's hauled in by Gordon.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Augustine with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. The dish to Gordon. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closer. 14 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Bennett. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Weiss is checked in for Indiana. The 76ers also with a sub. Green's checked in. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Philadelphia making a change here. Warren's checked in. Now Bayless. Beyond the arc. Pacers with the rebound.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Green, the screen. And Bayless gets to Green. Looking for Henson. He gets it there.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And Bayless kicks to Green. Pass to Henson. 4 on the shot clock. Bayless dishes to Green. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the 76ers with some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for John Henson. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jared Bayless. And here is Roten. Walker with some nice D. Here's Gordon. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. Roten, the pass to Novak. To the inside. Pleiss.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Here's Walker. Drops in the layup for 2. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Now here's Roten, guarded by Walker. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Kemba Walker picks one up. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Gobert, he's checked in for Pleiss. Jones comes in for Bennett. LeBron's checked in for Steve Novak. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Vaughn. Back to Walker. Green with the screen on Shumpert. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Shumpert. And Green gets it to go.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Cannot hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. And Walker kicks to Green. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead. Pacers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's James. Green with the rebound.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Bradley's checked in for the Pacers.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And finished off by LeBron.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Walker's shot is off. And Clark, maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
I don't think it's going to happen, partner.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Greg went deep for that one.
He did, but I'm hungry now. The 3 ball, no good there. So the 76ers win it.